Good evening and welcome again as we are bringing you baseball action tonight from OABCIG's field in Ida Grove. The Falcons are taking on the Wolverines of River Valley this evening. River Valley record of 1-3. OABCIG trying to get back to 500. They sit at 2-3. Dan Doetzler out there meeting with the coaches for OABCIG before the game as we get ready to play here. Falcons have had a hard time scoring runs. They've been shut out in back-to-back contests and want to get on the board, and that's evident by their lineup, which we'll run through now. Cooper DeJean, he hits the ball all over the park. He's hitting .529 on the year. He'll lead off playing shortstop. Trust Wells batting second. He's hitting .077 on the year, and he'll be out in center field. He can track down a lot of balls out there, good range. Easton Harm's a great catcher for the Falcons. Still looking for his first hit on the season, as is Zach Heemer. He's going to be pitching on the bump tonight. Preston Gill is the third baseman. He's hitting .083. In the 5-hole, batting sixth is Cam Sharkey, also looking for his first hit. He's at first base. Eric Siebenaller is at second base. He's hitting .182 on the season. Drayton Kohler is in right field. He's a .277 hitter early in this year. And Gabe Winterode is going to be out in left field, and he is hitting ninth, still looking for his first hit on the season. For River Valley and the Wolverines, they will have Ethan Thomas leading off. He's a .500 hitter playing catcher tonight. Brody Lillyfloren is a .500 hitter playing at shortstop. Austin Holtz hits .250 batting third. He'll be the pitcher tonight for the Wolverines. In the 4 spot, it's Colton Johnson, a .400 hitter playing first base. Tyler Town is going to be in center field tonight. He's a .200 hitter. Sawyer Cockburn is out in left field. Looking for his first hit, as is Blaine Olson. He's going to be the third baseman tonight, batting number 7. Freddie Rarat is the DH tonight. He's going to be hitting for Cole Thomas, and Rarat also looking for a first hit, as is Colton Kurtz, batting ninth. He's going to be the second baseman for the Wolverines. Zach Heemer is an 0-1 record. He's pitched 5 innings, has 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 4 hits allowed. Opponents batting just .190 against him. For the Wolverines, they're going to start Austin Holtz. He has not started a game. He has 0 innings pitched, but his ERA is infinite. So at some point he must have come in and an error or something occurred and a run scored, and that is where he sits at right now. Well, those are your starting lineups. Some things to deal with tonight. Well, it is a warm night in Ida Grove. We're at 84 degrees right now under a blazing sun. A little breeze, but not much on the field. We're getting a little bit up here in the stands. Out into the distance, you see the fields facing south on this field. Just as far as the eye can see, miles and miles of green, and that corn is growing on a day like today. Get a little moisture, it'll grow a little faster too. Other things to keep in mind, especially when you got that warmer temperature for pitchers, you got to watch your hand. It's a kind of an old thing, but a lot of times you don't bring a rosin bag anymore to the ball games. A day like today, you can get some moisture on your fingers. That can lead to some passed balls because all of a sudden that control goes away a little bit. It can even affect the position players, but a little easier for those position players to keep their hands on their pants or rub it in a little dirt. But even so, it's something to watch out for tonight if it's going to affect either team. The other thing to think about when you have those warmer temperatures is a little fatigue. So I'm sure both coaches are telling their players to make sure they stay plenty hydrated on a night like tonight. I want to say thank you to Hannah Schmidt. She's going to be working the computer and the video tonight. So I mentioned it's a dual broadcast. We are both on KCHE 92.1 in Cherokee. I want to thank anybody listening to that radio station. We're also on our YouTube channel as a part of Fuller Digital Solutions. Our Fuller Digital Solutions partners include the pregame show sponsor, Gordon's Body Shop, the scoreboard sponsor, United Bank of Iowa. Our regular OABCIG sponsors are North Star Community Credit Union, Beckman Motors, the Hoffman Agency, Holstein Senior Living, Zimmy's, Schmidt Insurance, Rex Chevrolet, and Swanson Insurance and Real Estate. I want to say thank you as well to anybody watching us on YouTube. Subscribe to that channel if you want to watch that. If you have some friends and family out of town that would like to see OABCIG sports, go ahead, make that subscription, and you'll catch us throughout the year. This isn't just baseball, softball. We did our first softball game on Wednesday. We'll have some more of those coming up. We're going to be doing football games. We got some volleyball games coming up, into basketball. We'll look at some wrestling as well, boys and girls. So we're going to get a lot of athletics on this YouTube channel where you can get live coverage of your Falcons. My name is Mike Earl. I used to work down in Denison for a radio station and did that for 14 years before I moved over to Nepal Real Real Estate, where I'm working now, selling houses across the OABCIG listening area. And right now we have our national anthem. We'll be back in a moment. Now we're back to action here as the Falcons will be in the field. Again, they're 2-3, looking to get back to 500 against a 1-3 River Valley squad. Mention my name, Mike Earl, and if you want to give us some feedback, we'd really appreciate that. We've been doing the games on YouTube for the last few weeks, and we need some comments on there. But you can also look me up on Facebook, Mike Earl at Nepal Real Estate, or just look up Mike Earl as well. Once you find me, friend me, that's great, and we'll get some comments going back and forth. But I'd love to hear what you think about the broadcast. Is it a new service we're offering this year? Is there something we could do better? Is there something we're doing you really like? Is there something you're doing you really don't like? I'd love to know that too. And if you're listening on KCHE and you think, hey, Mike Earl, you really are glad you quit radio because you don't sound very good, well, I appreciate that feedback too, and you can friend me and tell me that as well. We're going to have the game starting here in just a couple minutes. I mentioned that Zach Heemer is your starter tonight for the Falcons. We're going to take 1-minute breaks between the innings, so that'll be a little bit longer than we have the last couple times. So if you notice that, that's just something we're doing as a part of the radio broadcast. You are dialed in to 92.1 KCHE in Cherokee and on our YouTube channel as well. Heemer getting the last few warm-up tosses in, and then he'll face Ethan Thomas. A burning night down here, 85 degrees plus, and it feels every bit of that. Wind is very still on the field. I haven't seen a lot of power at this park, and the dimensions are pretty good. Down to center field, it is a solid 325, so it'll take a good poke to get it out that way. A couple more pitches coming in, and we'll get this game started. Some construction going on at the OABCIG schools. A lot of dirt work being done right now over in the area kind of towards the entrance of the school. Parking lot is behind us here, and over just on the other side of the walkway is the OABCIG football field as Easton Harms is going to throw down to second. Fielded there, and we're ready to play. Thomas, a 500 hitter. It'll be a righty-on-righty matchup.
Ethan Thomas on deck, number 12, Brady Lillifloren.
So Lillifloren on deck. Heemer from the delivery comes home. Taken low. Nice part about the field here is they have a synthetic surface right around home plate. Makes it go real fast for the grounds crews. Up and pitching, and that's going to go inside and hit the bat, so that is a foul ball. That's probably the toughest way to get a strike. Hit the bat behind the batter's head. But it is a strike, so the count will even out at 1-1. Heemer from the full line comes home. That one's going to be taken low and outside, and it'll go 2-1 in the batter's favor. River Valley in their road red tops with gray slacks. As he fists one out towards right field, and it's going to fall in there for a hit. A little sand wedge over the second baseman, and in there for a single. And that'll bring up Brody Lillyholm.
At the plate,
Lillifloren, that is.
23, Austin Holtz.
Lillifloren, a 500 hitter, followed by Austin Holtz, a 250 hitter. Looks like Ethan Thomas might have a little speed, so let's see if they eye the runner at all or Right away he looks over. Hemer gets a sign. The runner's going. Harms up with it quickly. Throw is going to be not in time, and it's going to get just past Cooper DeJean, who was trying a fast tag there. Good backup in center field, and they'll get it in quickly. I believe it was Wells out in center backing it up. So a stolen base has a runner in scoring position. The pitch was a called strike. 0-1 count, nobody out, runner on second. Top of the first inning, no score. Hemer eyes the runner at second. Now from the set comes home. That one's going to get passed to the backstop, and the runner will advance to third. So 2 pitches after the runner is on first, and he's on third base. Just 90 feet away from scoring the first run of the game. Lillifloren digging into the back of the box as an open stance. Rex stance as well. Stands almost straight up and down with one foot kind of facing towards third base. And as he cocks, he kind of brings it back towards center. But a player who does that a lot of times can't cover that outside part of the plate, especially if it's fastball. And sometimes you can even jam him up inside because they try to step too much inside. He'll tap that one foul, and the count will go full, stay even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs, runner at third, top of the first, no score. Falcons and Wolverines tonight. Hemer eyes the runner at third, now comes home. Just low on the outside corner, and the count will go full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lillifloren showing a good eye here. Hemer wants to come in with a nice pitch here, and that's going to be dribbled over to third, fielded there, up with it, quickly over to first base, and in time. A nice play on the 5-3 putout by Preston Gill as he fired over to Cam Sharkey for the out. So a 5-3 putout freezes the runner, and that'll bring up Austin Holtz with Colton Johnson on deck. Holtz is a .250 hitter. First base is open, but with the 400 hitting Johnson, you probably don't want to put him on. Coming home with it from the set, and he'll miss outside. He's just had a hard time controlling that outside corner. Most of his pitches are just kind of diving. Looking over to third, now coming home. Again outside, and that's going to fade out of the zone into the left-hand hitter's batter box. The count is 2-0 now. Hemer works quickly. That's right at the knees on the outside corner. If he could throw that pitch all night for strikes, it's going to be a hard night for the Wolverines. Not much you can do with that one other than dribble it to first base. Hemer again coming home, and that one's going to hit high fly ball out towards center field. Shallow, but deep enough, most likely. They are going to send the runner. The relay goes to DeJean. He's going to fire home, and the runner is safe, but the ball got there right as he was crossing the plate. So a sacrifice fly by Holtz scores the first run, and that will bring up Colton Johnson with no one on. I believe since there was a wild pitch, I'm not sure if that's an earned run or not. Either way, it's a run that is credited against the pitcher, Zach Hemer. He'll come home with a pitch. That's high in the sky. Backing up is DeJean, working a backward jog, and he will get underneath it and make the catch. So a pop out to the shortstop will end the first half, but not before one run comes across on one hit with no runners left on. We are through a half inning. You are listening and watching YouTube, a production of Fuller Digital Solutions. Back in a moment.
I'm Mark Hansen, third-generation dealer here at Rex Chevrolet GMC in Odybook. We have been family-owned since 1925. Whether you're looking for that new Chevy or GMC or any other vehicle, please give us a call at Rex Chevrolet in Odybook or look us up online at rexchevrolet.com.
Hi, this is Mick at Mark Hansen's Rex Chevrolet GMC in Odybook. This year we celebrate 100 years of the Chevy truck, and Rex Chevrolet has been selling and servicing these trucks for over 90 of those 100 years. Stop by and see us for your next Chevy or GMC truck.
As an independent agent, I work for you. helping you find the right coverage with the best companies at extremely competitive rates. I'm Jared with Schmidt Insurance in downtown Battle Creek. I offer a complete lineup of insurance products including home, auto, farm, commercial, as well as life and retirement. For a no obligation quote, call me at 365-2535. That's 365-2535.
Now we're back out of the break as the catcher was getting on his gear, so one pitch, I bet we'll have it and throw it down, maybe two, for the OABCIG Falcons, now trailing 1-0 in the bottom of the first. They'll bring up Cooper DeJean, then Trust Wells, Easton Harms, and Zach Heemer. The Falcons just looking to get those bats going, and really nobody's been swinging it well other than Cooper DeJean. He's hitting .529. Trayton Kohler's hitting okay at .273, but everybody else is sub 200, and a lot of players still looking for that first hit on the year. We're early in the season, a lot can change before we get going, and it's just one of those things with a delayed schedule and time off. I think a lot of the hitters a little rusty coming into the season. Oh, one or two more pitches for this starter, and we'll get ready to go. Blue has said this is the last one, and the ball's come in. You are dialed in to 92.1 KCHE in Cherokee, Iowa. Mention my name is Mike Earl. If you're watching us on YouTube, the film is brought to you by Hannah Schmidt. I want to thank our sponsors for tonight's game, including North Star Community Credit Union, Beckman Motors, the Hoffman Agency, Holstein Senior Living, Zimmy's, Schmidt Insurance, Rex Chevrolet, and Swanson Insurance and Real Estate. Our scoreboard sponsor is United Bank of Iowa, and Gordon's Body Shop, a pregame show sponsor. Austin Holtz looks in, winds, and delivers. That's going to be taken low by Cooper DeJean. Cooper having a good season, hitting .529 on the year. Has gaps in left and right center, so either one of those, he'll probably end up at third base. A lot of speed as he watches a pitch go by outside, and the count now 2-0. You don't want to walk Cooper because he'll take second and third with some stolen bases as well. He's going to ground it back up the middle over the pitcher's mitt. That will be a single, and he'll check in at first base with the leadoff hit. So both teams get a leadoff hit. The Falcons would like to see theirs come around and score two. That brings up Trust Wells.
On deck, the catcher, 35, Easton Harm.
Trust is right up at the front of the box. That's Cooper eyeing off first. He's going to take off. Trust is going to take the ball. The throw might be in time, but Cooper's going to get in there safely. A lot of speed, and he steals second. It was a nice throw from the catcher, but it was high. If it had been right at the bag, I think he might have been out. So Wells, a couple more cuts. He pulled the bunt back, so he's got ahead in the count 1-0. They eye the runner behind. Now come home. Again, he squares, and he's going to pull the bunt back. Sometimes that bunt can throw off a pitcher, especially when he's showing it beforehand. You can sometimes even work a walk out of a pitcher if he's not comfortable throwing at the hitter when he's got the bat out like that. So Wells is still standing now. Let's see if he squares around again. They're going to throw behind, and it's going to get past the second baseman and dribble into the center fielder. Center fielder is going to just take a bite of that apple, and Cooper DeJean's at third.
Hey, put in play, score around here, Trust.
With nobody out. So now any hit to the outfield will likely score a run, whether it's caught or not. So Wells ahead in the count 2-0. Pitcher comes home with it. It's going to be fouled out of play and into the trees back here. Well, count will go to 2-1. Try to update people on which cars are getting plunked in the parking lot, but we hope that doesn't happen tonight. Eyeing the runner at third. Pitcher comes home. It's going to be hit up the middle. That'll be a solid base wrap, and Trust Wells gets a hit that drives in a run, and he'll check in at first base. So an RBI single for Trust Wells brings up Easton Harms with a runner at first. Tie score now 1-1. Let's see if Doetzler wants Easton to bunt or if he's going to let him swing away with a runner at first. Trust has good speed as well. Takes a nice lead off first base. Extends it out here. Looking home as the pitcher. Now he's going to fire, and he got him picked off. Nope, dropped the ball. Oh, he was going to second on the first movement. Took one step that way, realized the ball was coming behind him, dived in. The tag was there, but when he tagged him, the ball came out of the mitt. So a lucky break for the Falcons, and their runner is still safe at first. Coming home with it, and it's in there for a strike on the outside corner, just about at the letters. And an 0-1 count to Harms. Harms would love to get that bat working. The righty-on-righty matchup coming home from the set, and he just swings through that breaking ball, and the count goes to 0-2. Trust still at first. No out, one in.
Hey, put it in play, 35.
Arms looks out. Pitch coming, taken outside and low. Good eye there. Working it to a 1-2 count. Day like today, you want that pitcher to throw some pitches. Easy to get tired out there. Winds and fires, and he'll fist that high in the sky over towards the dugout, and it'll fall. Foul. No play for the third baseman.
On deck for the
Score will
Falcons.
remain 1-1. Count will go 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck is Zach Hemer, then Preston Gill. Still nobody out, just 1 on and 1 in. And we're going to have a high fly ball down the right field line, foul out of play, and that'll go to the construction zone. That gets out of play.
Come on, 3-5.
Another pitch count. That's now 12 for the starter, Austin Holtz. Runner at first. Takes on. No, he's going to stay. I thought he was making the move. That'll bounce across the plate. And we'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wells off first. Harms at the plate. Pitch is grounded, and they got the shortstop. Shortstop was running to second to cover the bag. He thought the runner was going, and that opened up the hole right where he was standing. And a solid single for Harms has his first hit of the year. And now runners are at first and second for Zach Hemer. He'd like to do the same thing and get his first hit, only his might score a run. Trust Wells at second, Easton Harms at first, both with really good speed. Pitch comes home, squaring to bunt. Then he'll pull back on take the ball. Nice crowd here for the Falcons. Some River Valley fans sitting in their chairs. As the pitch comes in again, bunt is going to be foul. Count moves to 1-1. Falcon fans, some bring chairs and some taking part in the stands. You see some of the kids getting together in the front row, and well, they're going to be in school together. It's not going to hurt. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Runners at first and second, 1 across for the Falcons. We're tied 1-1. Bottom of the first inning. Coming home, and that's going to be fisted out foul into the construction zone. And the count will move to 1-2.
Put it in play, move him over.
Just a little late on it. If he can get ahead of it, he can put some bat to ball. He's got a gap in right center. And he's going to rim that right up the middle. A solid wrap. They're going to send the runner around third to relay. Oh, he's going to bring it all the way home, but he's going to be safe. Now you got a runner all the way picked off first, and they're not paying attention to third. Now coming across the other way, it's going to get past the runner, or third baseman. The runner's going to come around. He's getting waved in. Nice throw behind him, but not in time. So Harms is going to score on the play, as does Wells. And checking in at second base with a single, running to a double is Zach Hemer. So Zach will get his first hit of the year, and 2 runs will come across. I think you only get 1 RBI for that. So we got a courtesy runner for the pitcher. The Falcons have a 3-1 lead after the second error of the game for River Valley.
Running for the pitcher, number 33, Kane Ladwig.
Dotzler gives the old elbow bump at third. Loves to see the bats starting to wake up a little bit here. Austin Holtz
At the plate,
still looking for his
number
first
4,
out.
Preston Gill on deck, first baseman Cam Sharkey.
So Preston Gill up, hitting 083 on the year, and then Cam Sharkey would be looking for his first hit.
Come on, Preston, keep her going here, 4.
First base is open, runners at second, 3 across, Falcons on top, 3-1. 4 hits for the Falcons, 4 straight singles, and then an error on a throw to third. And that allowed that extra run to score on the last single. Gill, upright stance right at the back of the right-hand batter's box. Dancing away, looking behind the runner is Holtz. From the set, he'll come home. That's going to be taken high. Now you got 3 runs across. I think Holtz is having a hard time concentrating a little bit. Looking back at that runner, sometimes the coach says, I don't care if he steals, just make sure you throw strikes. And that's going to be taken inside. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Looking back at the runner. Now delivering home. That's ball 3. So after 4 straight hits, 3 straight balls, the Falcons in a great position here. First base is open. They'll come home. That's going to just nip the knees for strike 1. 3 balls and a strike. It's not a ball you're going to do anything with, as they're going to fire behind and in safely. It gets away from the second baseman, but not far enough for the courtesy runner to advance. Courtesy runner at second is number 30. I don't have that number on my, well, maybe it was 20. We'll see if he dives in again. Stepping off behind. Oh, we got time on the play. There's the old mud in your eye. When he slid in, the gravel kicked up and must have gotten in his face. So with this delay in the game, we'll take a quick break. We'll send it back. You are watching OABCIG Baseball, a production of Fuller Digital Solutions. Back in a moment.
The Hoffman Agency in Ida Grove wants to wish the OABCIG Falcons good luck. They know that whether it's athletics or academics, the OABCIG students work hard. The Hoffman Agency in Ida Grove offers old-fashioned customer service combined with today's technology to provide the high-quality, professional, personal, and commercial services that you deserve. The Hoffman Agency in Ida Grove, a proud supporter of the OABCIG schools.
It's about caring for one another, loving one another, being there for family and friends. At Holstein Senior Living, we are here to provide that little extra care while you live life to the fullest. Wake up when you want. Participate in daily activities at your discretion. Eat meals on your time, which includes an all-day breakfast menu. All with the comfort of knowing there are trained professional staff available at any time for the little extra caring things that may require a helping hand. Holstein Senior Living, offering assisted and independent living options with.
You're dialed in to 92.1 KCHE in Cherokee. You're also catching us on Fuller Digital Solutions broadcast, streaming broadcast on YouTube as well. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to that channel so you can get updates on future OABCIG broadcasts and other FDS productions. Holtz looks behind at the runner, now delivering home. It's going to be grilled right back to him, knocks it down, runner will advance. The first out will be recorded at first base. So a 1-3 put out is the first out, but the runner now at third with Cam Sharkey coming up. Cam's looking for his first hit on the year. First baseman was part of a nice 5-3 put out, had a nice stretch on a tough play made by Preston Gill, playing a clean third base in the top of the inning. He'll hit one high and out of play. Count will go to 0-1. After Cam Sharkey will be Eric Siebenaller. Falcons on top, 3-1. They're going to fire back to third base, and getting back safely is the runner. Courtesy runner is Kane Ladwig. Delivery home is going to be hit out towards shortstop. High hop fielded there, up with it. Throw to first is in time, but does his job as the run scores. So a 6-3 putout with an RBI for Cam Sharkey brings up Eric Siebenaller.
Adding for the Falcons, Eric.
If Siebenaller gets a hit, it'll be Trayton Kohler. Siebenaller hitting 182 on the season. Pitch home by, it's going to be getting past the third baseman. Funky hop will be a stand-up double, I believe. No, he's going to have to slide for it, but just checks in. Not far enough to go any further, as you hear the fans in front of me telling him to put on the brakes. So a double for Eric Siebenaller. I don't believe they're going to give an error on that play. We'll check it out. Nope, they're going to give it a hit. The fifth hit of the inning. Now runner in scoring position for Trayton Kohler, and he'll take high for a ball. So the lead now is 4-1. Looking back at the runner. Now coming home, and that's high, ball 2.
That's Kohler at the plate with Gabe Winterode on deck.
If Kohler gets on, Gabe Winterode will follow. That'll be the 8 and 9 hitters. Dancing off the bag and then delivering home, calling the strike on the outside corner. Kohler sets up more in the middle of the box. That outside pitch is going to be hard to get to. Very upright stance as he watches that one bounce across, and the count goes to 3-1. You have to go with where you're comfortable, but
look for a good pitch here,
might be a little easier to get that outside pitch if he took us. It's a little bit of a half step forward. As he's going to swing through the outside fastball and strike 2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count is full. First base is open. Runners at second. Falcons on top 4-1. Looking back is Holtz. Now Austin will deliver home. It's going to be hit high in the sky, right in the middle of the ball field. Shortstop calls it on. He will make the play as it fades on him a bit, but he'll still keep it in the mitt. A pop out to short will end the frame, but not before the Falcons get 4 runs on 5 hits with 2 errors and 1 runner left on. Through 1 complete, it is 4-1. Falcons are on top. You are watching OABCIG Baseball, a production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
As you cruise through downtown Odeboat, Iowa, you'll find Swanson Insurance and Real Estate, offering hardworking insurance for hardworking people. Have you visited SwansonWithYou.com? Their website is all new. Put in a quote request, check out real estate listings, and read about the staff here to serve you. Truck it up with Swanson Insurance. Big enough to serve, small enough to care. Located downtown Odeboat.
Account of your own can be a challenging task. That's why I went to North Star Community Credit Union. They helped make my finances easier to handle by offering me the services and products I need at a price that will fit my budget. They've got it all: savings, checking, ATM or debit card, loans, direct deposit, free online and mobile banking, e-statements, bill pay, and much more to suit my busy lifestyle. See for yourself why so many people like me have made North Star Community Credit Union their one-stop financial institution.
Visit their offices in Cherokee, Ida Grove, or Sheldon to start an account today. Federally insured by NCUA, you've got a strong credit union behind you.
And we're back again with the second inning here. Falcons are on top of River Valley. Score is 4-1. Falcons got their run on 5 hits in the bottom half of the inning. 1 run on 1 hit with no errors. And no one was left on in the top half of the inning. It's going to be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. That'll be Tyler Town, then Sawyer Cockburn, and Blaine Olson. Wind and fire as Heber misses outside. And at a 1-0 count. Bringing the delivery home again. That's going to be dribbled foul, and the count will move to 1-1. You are listening to 92.1 KCHE in Cherokee. Also, Fuller Digital Solutions stream of this video on YouTube. That's brought to you by Swanson Insurance and Real Estate, Rex Chevrolet, Schmidt Insurance, Zimmies. As Hemer winds and fires from a 1-1 count. That's going to be grounded to first, fielded there by Sharkey, and he will step on the bag for a 3 unassisted. And that will bring up Sawyer Cockburn. He's looking for his first hit of the year. Holstein Senior Living, also a sponsor, as is the Hoffman Agency, Beckman Motors, and North Star Community Credit Union. Those are all OABCIG sponsors. Our scoreboard sponsor is United Bank of Iowa, and a pregame show sponsor is Gordon's Body Shop. Hemer gets the swinging strike past the number 6 hitter, Sawyer Cockburn, and gets ahead in the count 0-1. Hemer with a nice upright delivery. Gets that fastball past him. Just over the bat there for an 0-2 count. Let's see if he tries to waste one down and outside. Setting up low. He did. He tried to get him to chase one out of the zone. Nothing doing there. And the count will move to 1-2. Now let's see. Harms doesn't keep the same location but move it over to the inside corner. Nope, he's going to keep it right down the outside part, and it's going to go over the head of the second baseman into right field. And the first hit of the year for Sawyer Cockburn is a solid wrap to right. He checks in at first base, and that'll bring up Blaine Olson. Olson looking for his first hit. He is the third baseman for River Valley. So Riret up next, and then Kurtz is the 9-hitter. Hemer eyes the runner. Now steps home from the set, right on the outside corner. That's the pitch. Nice pitch there. 0-1 count. Playing even at the bag at third. Up the middle, about double play depths, and holding the runner on at first. That's going to be inside, fisted. Gets past the pitcher. Second baseman fields it. Not much time. The throw to first will make it. And a 4-3 put out for the second out, but the runner will advance on the fielder's choice. And that brings up Freddie Rarat.
At the plate next, on deck, number 3.
Rarat is the DH. He's hitting for Cole Thomas. He has a runner at second and scoring position with 2 outs. Look to second, coming home is Hemer. Right there on the outside corner. Good pitch. So that control coming back a little bit for Hemer. He was struggling with it in the first inning, but he's showing a lot more control, especially on that outside fastball. Looking back at the runner, now coming home. And you're not going to hit that pitch if you step towards third. That's what Rarat did there. He just kind of put his foot in the bucket, and when you do that, you might as well just put a strike on the board. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Throw the same pitch again. And he does, but it's going to be just a bit outside for a ball. 1-2 count. When I say put your foot in the bucket, it's old saying that your coach used to tell you back in the 80s and 90s, probably before that too. Just means you're not stepping towards the pitcher, as that'll dribble foul. So when you do that, your motion is toward third base, but you want to swing up the middle. So the only thing you're going to hit well foul down the third base line. You got to get that step going towards first base a little bit, or just right up the center if you want to cover more of the plate. So a 1-2 count with 2 outs. And he'll swing through strike 3, and the River Valley squad will go down on no runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, and no errors. We are through 1.5. It is the Falcons on top, 4-1. You are watching OABCIG Baseball, a production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
Beckman Motors in Odebo is your premier dealer for Ford, Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, and Ram, new and used vehicles. Their dedicated sales staff, knowledgeable finance associates, and expertly trained technicians are all here to make your experience fun, easy, and hassle-free. We're proud to be family-owned and part of our local community. When it's time for a new vehicle for your family and a great selection of used vehicles and service, visit Larry Beckman Motors, Odebo.
A few Facebook reviews from Zimmy's Bar and Grill in Ida Grove. Best prime rib I've ever had. From appetizers and drinks, meal and price, all was great. Pretzel burger was to die for. Highly recommended, and I can't wait to go back to try more menu items. We stopped at Zimmy's in Ida Grove after our game, and they stayed open for us. It was steak night, and they were delicious.
I'm Eric Zimmerman, inviting you to enjoy our family-friendly full-menu restaurant. Try it, love it, and come back for more at Zimmy's Bar and Grill, East Highway 175, Ida Grove.
You're dialed into 92.1 KCHE in Cherokee. Falcons on top as we're in the bottom of the second inning. 4-1. Falcons got their 4 runs on 5 hits in the first inning. There were 2 errors. The first run scored of the game was by the Wolverines as the leadoff hitter, Ethan Thomas, got on. He advanced to third on a couple of steals and 1 pass ball, or stolen base and a pass ball. And then he came home to score on a sacrifice fly. The only hitter not to bat for the Falcons last inning is up, Gabe Winterode. Winterode on the season looking for his first hit. Only lefty in the lineup. Gabe digs in, now squares around to bunt. He drops one down. Beautiful bunt. They're going to have no chance. He's in safe at first. That was a gorgeous executed bunt. Dropped it down just far enough away from the catcher that he can't get to it. Pitcher, by the time he gets there, has no chance to catch Gabe Winterode. And he'll get to first with Cooper DeJean coming up.
DeJean at the plate on deck. Trust 12.
Cooper with a seeing eye single in the first. Came around to score the first run for the Falcons. He gets past the first baseman, and he'll have a runner in scoring position as Winterode checks in at second base. Looking for a clean inning as Austin Holtz came out for his second inning of work and already has a runner on second. Cooper has dug in. Working from the set is Holtz. He'll come home high and tight for ball 1. A 1-0 count. DeJean starts with an open stance. Then he'll close it up as he goes to swing. And he will line it right up the middle for a base hit. And it's going to hit the center fielder. They're going to send the runner as their play will get to second, and walking into score will be Winterode. So a single and an RBI for DeJean as he's at first again.
At the plate, 31, Trust
will be
Wells.
Trust Wells. Trust got his hit and an RBI after DeJean got to third and scored on Wells' single last inning. Lead now 4, 5-1. Pitcher eyes first. Trust squares to bunt. He's going to take all the way. Cooper running towards second and in there safely. Tag did not get there in time. The throw was there, but just to the wrong side of the bag, and sliding to the right side was Cooper DeJean. His second stolen base of the night. Coming home, a little quick pitch there. As Cooper dances halfway, then jogs back. So ahead in the count is Trust Wells with the 2-0. Now he'll foul one over our heads and out of play. Just about takes out 2 people walking on the sidewalk behind us. That's the old air raid drill from the 60s and 70s. Duck and cover, get under a desk. As that one's going to skid past the catcher, and just like last inning, Cooper's at third with no outs. So DeJean at third, 1 run across, no outs, and the hitter is Trust Wells. Falcons with a 5-1 lead. From the set, delivering home. It's going to be laced out over the shortstop's head. And Trust Wells has his second single and his second RBI. The Falcons haven't been shut out in back-to-back games. Have had the bats working. Harms got a single in his last at-bat. Love to keep it going here. As the play to second, Trust Wells slides in there, and it all would get through. The throw was getting there in time. That time the shortstop just couldn't make the play. And the runner now in scoring position for Easton Harms. 6-1 lead, 8 hits already for the Falcons. Tying second, coming home. Wells takes ball 1. Ball 2, that is. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Harms right in the back corner of the box. He'll hit one out towards center field. Well hit ball over the center fielder's head. Going, and it's gone. Easton Harms with a home run, and the lead is now 8-1. Drives in Trustwells on the play. So a 2-run home run for Easton Harms. And after no hits on the season, he's 2 for 2 with a round tripper. Hit the batter's eye and just to the right of dead center. I've got 4 across this inning, so the scoreboard wrong. It should be 8-1. 9 hits. As a foul ball will go into the backstop and hits the pole and bounces back into play. You don't see that very often. I'll catch up with it up in the booth, but there have been 4 runs that have come across, and Doetzler's going to let them know up in the press box that they got the score wrong. So that's done, and come home with it. That's well hit out towards left center field. Not enough, though. Got a little bit underneath it. Center fielder under it. And the first out of the inning will be a deep fly to center field. Well hit ball by Zach Eamer, just not quite on top of it, and that'll bring up Preston Gill with nobody on and 1 out. From the full wind, he'll take a rip at that one and just have it foul off to the backstop. So Austin Holtz gets ahead in the count, 0-1. Well, Doetzler's attempt, the coach for the Falcons, to get another run on the board hasn't worked yet, but it will. As the full wind comes across, that's in there for a strike. So 4 in the first, 4 already here in the second. Lead is 8-1 for the Falcons. Wind and fire as Holtz comes home, and that'll be tapped to the backstop again. Preston swinging at that outside pitch. Trying to get a couple more balls into play. Coach getting a little extra workout. He's only got 2 other players on the bench. Wind and fire, and that'll be fouled into the backstop again.
Here we go, Preston.
Catcher will go and retrieve. So Gabe Winterode, Cooper DeJean, Trustwells, and Easton Harms all scoring this inning, as that's missing high and inside. Count as 1 and 2. And they correct the scoreboard. Now it's 8-1 out there. 8 runs on 9 hits. Pitch coming home, and that'll be hit high in the sky. First baseman underneath it, and he will make the play. So a fly out to first will bring Cam Sharkey up. Cam had a 6-3 ground out, but got an RBI in the first inning.
Sharkey on deck, number 21, Eric Siebenaller.
Pitch is in. Sharkey watches it go by for a ball.
Hey, line drive somewhere here, too.
From the full wind. Delivery is in, and Holtz miss. Spike that one across, about 1.5 feet short of the plate. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. 4 already across. Goes with 4 in the first for an 8-1 lead. Pitch is inside for a ball. The count will move to 3-0. So Sharkey, still looking for his first hit of the year, would love it right here. Misses, and he'll just take the walk. So base is a base, and that brings up Eric Siebenaller. Siebenaller got a double in the first inning.
Siebenaller walking to the plate on deck, Trayton Kohler.
If he gets on, then Trayton Kohler would bat. So 2 outs, runner at first, 4 across. Outside for a ball. I mentioned it before, my name is Mike Earl. If you're listening on the radio, you're listening to KCHE 92.1 out of Cherokee. If you're watching on YouTube, that's a production of Fuller Digital Solutions. That'll be taken high for a ball, and the count moves to 2-0. And if you are watching on YouTube or you'd like to, find it. And then when you do, subscribe to that channel. Send a link to your friends so they can do that as well. And it's going to be swung on and missed, and the count moves to 2-1. Oh, Uncle Charlie there, I think.
Come on, Steve. Come on, Governor.
Falcons looking to get back to 500. Their record is 2-3. River Valley 1-3. It's going to be in there for a strike. I was backing away from that one, and it curled in there. Oh, deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Delivery home is going to be swung on and missed. And they are going to declare the runner out. It was a strikeout, so all the festivities on the base pass won't matter. The strikeout will end the inning. So there are 4 runs on 5 hits with 1 runner left on. And we are through 2 complete. It is 8-1. Falcons are on top. You are watching OABCIG Baseball, production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
I'm Mark Hansen, 3rd generation dealer here at Rex Chevrolet GMC in Odebo. We have been family owned since 1925. Whether you're looking for that new Chevy or GMC or any other vehicle, please give us a call at Rex Chevrolet in Odebo or look us up online at rexchevrolet.com.
Hi, this is Mick at Mark Hansen's Rex Chevrolet GMC in Odebo. This year we celebrate 100 years of the Chevy truck, and Rex Chevrolet has been selling and servicing these trucks for over 90 of those 100 years. Stop by and see us for your next Chevy or GMC truck.
Baseball 10 after 5.
Live for today, plan for tomorrow with Schmidt Insurance.
As an independent agent, I work for you, helping you find the right coverage with the best companies at extremely competitive rates. I'm Jared with Schmidt Insurance in downtown Battle Creek. I offer a complete lineup of insurance products including home, auto, farm, commercial, as well as life and retirement. For a no-obligation quote, call me at 365-2535. That's 365-2535.
River Valley to bat here. They've got 2 hits, 1 run, and trail 8-1 to the Falcons. It's going to be Colton Kurtz then back to the top of the order. Kurtz is looking for his first hit of the year. See, it's not fair. Kurtz is, I'd say, about a foot and maybe 3 inches shorter than I am, and his strike zone is not very big. They should have rules for shorter players. And again, I'm 6'7". I just would like the advantage. So he'll find the strike zone there, 1-1. As the wind and fire. Oh, that's a nice pitch. My frustration would be there, and Hemer just plowing right on through as a pitcher. Ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Wind and fire. And that's going to be a swinging strike 3, so back-to-back strikeouts as the last frame ended on 1, and this frame starts on 1. Those are the only 2 that Hemer has in the game. And that'll bring up Ethan Thomas. He scored the only run of the game for the Wolverines in the first when he singled, stole a base, and advanced on a pass ball, and then came home on a sacrifice fly. In there at the knees on the inside corner, and Hemer is dealing. He's going inside, outside, hitting the corners, keeping it low and high. Hemer from the full wind comes home. That's going to be fouled out of play. That will make the parking lot. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, and the car. Silver sedan in the front row. So an 0-2 count. Right on top of the plate is Thomas, back corner of the box. Takes it high. Tried to get him to chase one right at the eye level, just about 6 inches too high. Thomas wanted to swing, just didn't get the bat off the shoulder. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases are empty. That's going to be grilled. And who says coaching is not dangerous? Third base coach just took one in the shins. He was just trying to take one for the team so nobody had to run down the field to pick it up in foul territory. Awfully nice guy keeping those players in the dugout. Oof, tough pitch, but a nice take. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good eye by Thomas. Just missed low. Righty on righty matchup. And Hemer is going to plunk him in the back. And that will be a hit by pitch. First time he's done that tonight. Second time that Ethan Thomas has been on base. Last time he stole on the first pitch. We'll
Lillifloren at the plate.
see if he does that again.
Austin Holtz.
Brody Lillifloren is up. He grounded out to third on a bang-bang play, but it was a great play as Preston Gill fielded it cleanly and came up firing, and Cam Sharkey had a nice stretch. So look for the runner to steal here as Thomas takes his lead, and swinging through a pitch is Lillifloren. He's putting in a foot in the bucket, too. Got a wide-open stance and stepping that way. Eyeing first. Now delivering home. It's going to be fisted out towards second base. Bobbled up with it quickly and in time to first. Stuck with it for a 4-3 putout. Runner will advance to second on the play, and that brings up Austin Holtz with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. You like to see that out of the second baseman. That's a nice play made over there by Eric Siebenaller. Had it bounce out of his glove, but showed good range and then stuck with it to get the out at first. Coming home with it is a nice pitch by Hemer, catches the outside corner. He's been living on that corner all night. This first inning, he wasn't hitting it, but ever since then, he's been solid out there. That's hit out to left field, fading back, but in play and underneath it making the catch. The outfielder is Gabe Winterroad, and the Falcons do have a base runner allowed on a hit by pitch, but give up no runs on no hits with no errors and 1 runner left on. You are watching OABCIG Baseball, a production of Fuller Digital Solutions. Back in a moment.
The Hoffman Agency in Ida Grove wants to wish the OABCIG Falcons good luck. They know that whether it's athletics or academics, the OABCIG students work hard. The Hoffman Agency in Ida Grove offers old-fashioned customer service combined with today's technology to provide the high-quality, professional, personal, and commercial services that you deserve. The Hoffman Agency in Ida Grove, a proud supporter of the OABCIG schools.
It's about caring for one another, loving one another, being there for family and friends. At Holstein Senior Living, we are here to provide that little extra care while you live life to the fullest. Wake up when you want. Participate in daily activities at your discretion. Eat meals on your time, which includes an all-day breakfast menu. All with the comfort of knowing there are trained professional staff available at any time for the little extra caring things that may require a helping hand. Holstein Senior Living, offering assisted and independent living options with care.
And we're back here at the OABCIG field in Ida Grove. A balmy night as the temperature still sits at 84 degrees, dropping now to 82. Almost no wind as the flag is just slack. That's a beautiful evening for baseball. Fans are in the stands. Smiles are on faces, and just a perfect time to get together and watch a ball game. Pitch is in there as they continue to warm up, and they'll throw down to second. A lot of hitters coming to the plate the first 2 innings, 8 in each of the 2 innings, and that means that Trayton Kohler, the number 8 hitter, is one of 2 who hasn't hit twice. Kohler popped out to end the first inning. Falcons got 4 in the first and 4 in the second. They lead 8-1. Wind and fire. I think we got a new pitcher maybe. We'll see. Missed the number. Number 23. Nope, that's still Austin Holtz out there. As that's going to be hitting to the backstop, and the count will go to 0-2. Falcons have 8 runs on 9 hits, and they have not committed an error. Wolverines have 1 run on 2 hits, and they have committed 2 errors in the field. 0-2 count. Holtz winds and fires. That's going to be fouled right back at us. I don't know, Hannah. Did you flinch on that one? Yeah, Anna did. Hannah Schmidt working the camera and the computer for us tonight, keeping us on the air, both on 92.1 KCHE and on our Yahoo, or on our YouTube stream, as that's Outside Yahoo back in the 90s there. Mark Cuban loves me. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Wind and fire. Hit out towards left field, well hit to the corner. That'll bounce once, twice, could get 2 here. He's going to round first and go for second. Hit the cutoff man, and sliding in safely at second is Trayton Kohler with a leadoff double. And Gabe Winterode will come up. Winterode singled and scored the first run in the second inning. On deck is Cooper DeJean, back to the top of the lineup. So the Falcons couldn't buy a hit for the last few games and now have 10 right here. That's hit out towards left field, fisted over the shortstop, and a fall in there for a hit, but not enough for the runner to get to second. He had to go back. So Trayton Kohler is going to stay at second, but Gabe Winterode gets a single. Just not hard to read if that was going to get caught or not, but either way, Cooper DeJean is going to come up with runners at first and second and nobody out.
That's Cooper DeJean at the plate on deck.
Winterode has good wheels at first. Any hit to the outfield likely would score 2. Or, I'm sorry, score 1. As that's in for a strike on the outside corner. I asked around if there's a 12-run rule or a 15-run rule. We'll see what happens. I know there's a 10-run rule after 5. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning here. I should know that. 11 hits now on the board for OABCIG. But they change rules so often. That's hit high and deep out to right field, backing all the way, closing in on the fence, but it's going to be in play. So a high fly ball pop out as the throw into second in time. So a catch, throw, double play has a runner now at third in Trayton Kohler. And Gabe Winterode thrown out at second, trying to advance. Cooper has the fly out to right. That brings up Trust Wells. Trust has singled 2 times and has 2 RBI, and another single here would make that 3 singles and 3 RBI. And he's going to do that, I believe. Yep, he does. Coming home to score is Trayton Kohler. And a single and an RBI for Trust Wells has him at first, and Easton Harms hitting. Easton took a pitch all the way out to the batter's eye for his first home run of the year, second hit of the year, had his first hit in his first at-bat this game. So 2 hits already tonight, and he will launch one out towards left field. Turned on that one. Is it going? Nope, it's going to just get over the center fielder's head to the wall. A long single, as Easton thought he had it. Wasn't hustling as much as he wanted, or maybe he was playing back far enough, but that was just a very loud single. Runner at third is Trust Wells. Well hit ball all the way to the fence and brings up Zach Heemer. Zach singled in the first and had an RBI. Then he flew out to the center fielder. Easton is going to have a courtesy runner come in. That's going to be number 2. That's Cale Ladwig.
Zach. Got another one there.
So courtesy runner in the first was Kane Ladwig. Now Cale Ladwig into the game. No balls, no strikes, 2 outs, 2 on at the corners. 1 in as Heemer watches the outside corner get hit for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. 9-1 lead for the Falcons. High pop up, middle of the infield, catcher under it. And he will pitcher under it, make that, and make the catch. So the Falcons get 1 on 4 hits with 2 runners left on. They lead 9-1. You are watching OABCIG Baseball, a production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
As you cruise through downtown Odeboat, Iowa, you'll find Swanson Insurance and Real Estate, offering hardworking insurance for hardworking people. Have you visited SwansonWithYou.com? Their website is all new. Put in a quote request. Check out real estate listings and read about the staff here to serve you. Truck it up with Swanson Insurance. Big enough to serve, small enough to care. Located downtown Odebo.
Account of your own can be a challenging task. That's why I went to North Star Community Credit Union. They help make my finances easier to handle by offering me the services and products I need at a price that will fit my budget. They've got it all. Savings, checking, ATM or debit card, loans, direct deposit, free online and mobile banking, e-statements, bill pay, and much more to suit my busy lifestyle. See for yourself why so many people like me have made North Star Community Credit Union their one-stop financial institution.
Visit their offices in Cherokee, Ida Grove, or Sheldon to start an account today. Federally insured by NCUA, you've got a strong credit union behind you.
And back here in Ida Grove, Falcons with the lead, 9-1, top of the fourth coming up. You're dialed in to 92.1 KCHE in Cherokee. It's the OABCIG Falcons taking on the River Valley Wolverines. Falcons with a 2-3 record coming in. They lost back-to-back shutouts before tonight erupting for 9 runs in 3 innings. River Valley started things off with a run in the first. Falcons answered with 4. Then they got 4 more in the second for an 8-1 lead and added 1 more in the third to make it 9-1 as a swinging strike goes to the backstop off the bat of number 35, Colton Johnson. Johnson, the first baseman for the Wolverines. 0-1 count. Hemer working in control so far. He'll tap that one foul. Nice pitch. That was right on the inside corner. Just jammed him up there. And the count moves to 0-2. So a couple foul balls. Let's see if he doesn't climb the ladder here and try to get him to chase one about at the numbers. Looks like they're going to set up right in the middle. Now moving outside. It's going to be tapped back. Gets past the pitcher. Fielded at the second base. And over to first in time. So a nice play made there on the 4-3 putout. As Siebenaller fires to Sharkey for the out. Coming off the mound nicely there was Hemer, but just got under his mitt. Well, that'll bring up Sawyer Cockburn. Cockburn had a single and was stranded at second in the Tyler Town. He was put out on a ground ball to Cam Sharkey in the second inning. It was a 3 unassisted for those scoring at home. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Hemer comes home, just misses low on the outside corner. Count evens out at a ball and a strike. Wind and fire. Just outside, so 2-1. You look out here and you see a couple of wind turbines just slowly turning, but the vast majority of them not moving at all. There's barely a hint of wind out here. As he'll swing, try, and he finally got the fish to take the bait there. Now it's 2-2. See if he can't get one more, just lunge at it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, setting up outside, and he will hit one. And on deck batter had a wake-up call there as just missed him. New rules in baseball don't allow either team to touch the ball. So if it gets fouled back, the defense has to touch it. So only OABCIG touches their balls and River Valley touches theirs. 2-2 count, and that will come inside for a ball, and we'll go full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So every foul has to be fielded by the fielding team's dugout. 3-2, Hemer coming home. Grounded out towards second. Siebenaller has it, up with it, over to first in time. So back-to-back 4-3 putouts. And Hemer's looking for his first clean inning of the game.
Cockburn at the plate.
That'll bring up Sawyer Cockburn. He had a single in the second inning, was left stranded at second. That was his first hit of the year. In there for a strike, outside corner. Really see that Hemer settled down. He was missing some spots in that first inning, but after he got through that, he's just put it in cruise control. Hemer delivers home again. That's going to be fouled to the backstop. And that time Hannah trusted the metal fence in front of us, a wise decision. Haven't seen a ball get through it yet, so We'll hope it stays that way. Count will go to 1 ball, 1 strike. You got no balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, no one on. Emer from the full wind comes home. Oof, tried to give him chase, but that was a good pitch. It started out in the zone and then just dove at that batter's box for the lefty, and keeping the bat on the shoulder was Cockburn. He'll come home, and he'll swing and miss. So he obliges, swings at 1 out of the zone, and a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Falcons up 9-1. You are dialed in to 92.1 KCHE in Cherokee.
Beckman Motors in Odebo is your premier dealer for Ford, Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, and Ram, new and used vehicles. Their dedicated sales staff, knowledgeable finance associates, and expertly trained technicians are all here to make your experience fun, easy, and hassle-free. We're proud to be family-owned and part of our local community. When it's time for a new vehicle for your family and a great selection of used vehicles and service, visit Larry Beckman Motors, Odebo.
A few Facebook reviews from Zimmy's Bar and Grill in Ida Grove. Best prime rib I've ever had. From appetizers and drinks, meal and price, all was great. Pretzel burger was to die for. Highly recommended, and I can't wait to go back to try more menu items. We stopped at Zimmy's in Ida Grove after our game, and they stayed open for us. It was steak night, and they were delicious.
I'm Eric Zimmerman, inviting you to enjoy our family-friendly full menu restaurant. Try it, love it, and come back for more at Zimmy's Bar and Grill, East Highway 175, Ida Grove.
And we're back here in Ida Grove. OABCIG on top in baseball action, 9-1, entering the bottom of the 4th inning. Falcons got 4 in the first, 4 in the second, 1 in the third. River Valley had the leadoff run in the first, and since then haven't been able to score. Falcons have 13 hits, 2 hits for the Wolverines. Cam Sharkey coming up, or Preston Gill coming up, then Cam Sharkey. Gill has grounded out to the pitcher and flown out to the pitcher. He'd like to get one past the pitcher here. That one bounces across for a ball. This game brought to you by our great OABCIG sponsors: Swanson Insurance and Real Estate, Rex Chevrolet, Holstein Senior Living, the Hoffman Agency, Beckman Motors, Schmidt Insurance, North Star Community Credit Union, and Zimmy's. Pitch is lined out towards right field, and that'll be in there for a hit. A solid base wrap, a single to start things off, and that brings up Cam Sharkey. My name is Mike Earl. I'll be doing a lot of the games for OABCIG throughout the year for Fuller Digital Solutions. If you're listening on the radio, you're doing so on 92.1 KCHE in Cherokee. Wind and fire home, and that'll be taken for a ball. So if you are watching on YouTube, it's a Fuller Digital Solutions production. Make sure to subscribe to that channel. We're going to be doing the football games coming up. We'll also get some volleyball in. We're going to have some softball games yet this year and some more baseball as well, as that's in there. And fouled out of play. I think that'll stop before the Cars, and does. Bounces into the fence. So a 1-1 count. Runner at first on a single, as Cam Sharkey has a 6-3 ground out that got an RBI, and then he walked in the second inning, was stranded there at first. And he'll hit one out towards left field. Will it stay fair? Yes, it will, just on the inside of the line, and then had some English on it because it bounced to the right. So Cam has a hit, his first of the year, and runners are at first and second after back-to-back singles. So you can subscribe to that YouTube channel. You can let your friends and neighbors know about it as well. We'd appreciate you tuning in on that. Comment, let us know how we're doing for your Falcons. We'd love to know what you think of the production. It's the first year we've been doing this for the Falcons. As the pitch comes home, and that's going to be hit high in the sky and out of play over into the football stand area. Now back into play, so off the football press box. And we play ping pong back and forth, and eventually it lands safely on the concrete. So an 0-1 count. As Holtz looks to deliver home, he'll bring it across, lined out towards left field, coming in and able to make the play as the left fielder. Solid contact by Siebenaller, but he'll fly out to left, and the runners will stay put. So you can comment on that YouTube section. Again, my name is Mike Earl. I work for Nepal Real Estate down in Denison. You can just friend me on Facebook, or you can friend Mike Earl with Nepal Real Estate. Let me know how we're doing there. You can message me or do whatever you'd like through that website. I'll use those comments in the YouTube to let us know how we're doing. Tonight's a split broadcast because we're also working on 92.1 KCHE in Cherokee. Holtz looks at the runner, now coming home, and that'll bounce across as Trayton Kohler is up. Trayton popped out to the shortstop, then had a solid double and came home to score in the third inning. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Runners are at first and second. Coming home, outside for a ball. So a 3-0 count. Doltzler saying, hey, Kohler, hit your pitch. Hit your pitch. Inside, so he'll walk to first, and now the bases are juiced. Ducks are on the pond, and looking to bring him in is Gabe Winterode. Gabe has singled in the second and scored, and then he singled, and then he was caught trying to advance on a Cooper DeJean flyout to deep right field.
Winterode at the plate.
It'll be fouled out of play and over everybody's heads and bounce over into the track in the football field.
Cooper DeJean on deck.
So if Gabe gets on here, Cooper's on deck. He will take outside for a ball. Gabe has that advantage of being a little shorter in stature, so he's going to milk that 3-inch strike zone. 1-1 count. Oof. I still think his knees are further off the ground than that, but umpire will call it a 1-2 count.
Come on, put it in play.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases are loaded. Winterode up. He's got 2 singles tonight, looking to add to it. Walking lead off first, now coming home, and it's going to be hit high and right towards the pitcher. Now coming in as the shortstop. He'll run in and make the play. Infield fly was called. So the bases remain loaded after the pop out to the shortstop, and Cooper DeJean is up. Cooper had a single in the first and second, scored a run on both of those, and then had 1 RBI in the second. He also flew out to right field that ended up in a double play. As the pitch comes home, and Cooper's going to hit it out towards right center. That's a long way out there. And it one hops the wall, so Cooper's going to check in with at least 2. As they're going to round third and try to get home, Cooper will walk into third base with a bases clearing triple. And the lead is 12-1. So Cooper DeJean gets 3 RBI. Scoring on the play was Preston Gill, Cam Sharkey, and Trayton Kohler. Now DeJean is at third with 2 outs. And a 12-1 lead. Trust is going to ground out towards the gap. Fielded there by the shortstop. It's going to be a tough play, and there's no chance. So DeJean comes across to score on the infield single. And that brings up Easton Harms. So we know there's not a 12-run rule after 3 or 4 because it's a 12-run lead right now, 13-1. See, I learn as I go. 13-1 the score, 17 hits for the Falcons. The bats are definitely coming alive here as Trust is going to check into second base, and he is safe under the tag. That's a great throw by the catcher. Catcher for the Falcons is their leadoff hitter, Ethan Thomas. He's shown a lot of good arm action tonight, getting a lot of close plays at second, just hasn't got the calls yet. Comes in, and that's going to get past the catcher to the backstop, and Trust is going to advance another 90 feet. So now the runner is at third with 2 outs. And a 13-1 lead. Falcons with 4 in the first, 4 in the second, 1 in the third, and 4 in the fourth. Looking to the runner, now comes home with it. In there on the outside corner for a strike. Nice pitch by Austin Holtz. He's gone the distance so far as that swung on a missed. Easton Harms walked up in the first, got his first hit of the year, a solid single. He came around to score, and then in the second, he launched a home run to just dead right of center field. Hit the batter's eye. That's going to be lined out towards left center, and he's going to get another RBI. A single for Harms as he goes 4 for 4 tonight. He had a single in the third as well. Scoring on the play is Trust Wells, who got an RBI in his last at bat. So RBIs for Cooper DeJean, then Trust Wells, and now another one for Easton Harms brings up Zach Heemer with a runner at first and 2 outs. He'll launch one out towards left field, fading back, going back all the way towards the track and making the catch to end the inning, but not before damage is done. It's a 14-1 lead, 5 runs scored by the Falcons, have that on top by 13. You are watching OABCIG Baseball, a production of Fuller Digital Solutions.
I'm Mark Hansen, third-generation dealer here at Rex Chevrolet GMC in Odybook. We have been family-owned since 1925. Whether you're looking for that new Chevy or GMC or any other vehicle, please give us a call at Rex Chevrolet in Odybook or look us up online at rexchevrolet.com.
Hi, this is Mick at Mark Hansen's Rex Chevrolet GMC in Odybook. This year we celebrate 100 years of the Chevy truck, and Rex Chevrolet has been selling and servicing these trucks for over 90 of those 100 years. Stop by and see us for your next Chevy or GMC truck.
For today, plan for tomorrow with Schmidt Insurance.
As an independent agent, I work for you, helping you find the right coverage with the best companies at extremely competitive rates. I'm Jared with Schmidt Insurance in downtown Battle Creek. I offer a complete lineup of insurance products including home, auto, farm, commercial, as well as life and retirement. For a no obligation quote, call me at 365-2535. That's 365-2535.
Now we're back here in Ida Grove. Falcons on top 14-1, and that means River Valley has these 3 outs before it is a 10-run rule game. We're in the top of inning number 5. Falcons trailed by 1 at the end of the top half of the first as River Valley got on the board first. But after that, it's been all OABCIG with 4 in the first to answer, then 4 in the second, 1 in the third, and 5 in the fourth. They're on top 14-1. So River Valley needs at least 4 runs here to keep this game going. Up to bat will be Blaine Olson, then Freddie Rarerat and Colton Kurtz. We have a pitching change as Cooper DeJean is going to get some work as a closer here. So far, Zach Heemer has gone all 4 innings up to this point, really with a lot of command after a leadoff single. Really nobody threatened until the rest of the way out. So we're going to see Rarerat come up, or it'll be Blaine Olson. He grounded into a fielder's choice on a 4-3 putout in the second. DeJean fires in, swung on a missed as he gets him to chase at about the brim of his hat. Need an axe to hit that one. 0-1 count. And that one is going to be taken for a ball. Well, they learned if you're going to swing over your head, you probably shouldn't swing. 1-1 count. DeJean winds and fires. In there for a strike. And a 1-2 count. You are listening to 92.1 KCHE in Cherokee. My name is Mike Earl, working for Fuller Digital Solutions. Wind and fire. That is a 3-pitch strikeout. Or I'm sorry, 4. I guess we had 1 ball in there. So 1 batter, 1 down. Freddie Rarerat and Colton Kurtz. So somebody needs a hit here, or a couple people needs hits if we're going to keep going. It's a 10-run rule game if this doesn't get any closer. In there for a strike. 0-1 count. DeJean, wind and fire. Taken low. Thanks again to our streaming sponsors, including the pregame show sponsor, Gordon's Body Shop, scoreboard sponsor, United Bank of Iowa. As DeJean comes home again, in there for a strike, right on the outside corner. Good pitch there. Nothing he's going to do. He knew it was a strike and started backing up as soon as the pitch was thrown. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Facing the 7, 8, 9 hitters, got the 7 hitter to strike out. DeJean from the full wind comes home. In there for strike 3. So 2 up, 2 down on back-to-back strikeouts brings up Colton Kurtz. So Falcons 1 out away from evening up their record at 3-3. Our OABCIG sponsors on our streaming side are North Star Community Credit Union, Beckman Motors, the Hoffman Agency, Holstein Senior Living, Zimmy's, Schmidt Insurance, Rex Chevrolet, and Swanson Insurance and Real Estate. As that's in there, strike 1. And DeJean is throwing at you. Taller player, about 6'3", 6'4", but he comes almost straight down, and his step is right at you. Kind of feels like he's almost throwing it about 4 or 5 feet closer than he is on top of the hill. 2-strike count. So the Falcons are 1 strike away from a 10-run rule game as they lead 14-1. DeJean winds and fires. Swung on and missed. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors on back-to-back-to-back strikeouts. And the Falcons get the victory 14-1. We'll be back in 1 minute with a quick overview of the game. You have listened to a Falcon victory on Fuller Digital Solutions.
The Hoffman Agency in Ida Grove wants to wish the OABCIG Falcons good luck. They know that whether it's athletics or academics, the OABCIG students work hard. The Hoffman Agency in Ida Grove offers old-fashioned customer service combined with today's technology to provide the high-quality, professional, personal, and commercial services that you deserve. The Hoffman Agency in Ida Grove, a proud supporter of the OABCIG schools.
It's about caring for one another, loving one another, being there for family and friends. At Holstein Senior Living, we are here to provide that little extra care while you live life to the fullest. Wake up when you want. Participate in daily activities at your discretion. Eat meals on your time, which includes an all-day breakfast menu. All with the comfort of knowing there are trained professional staff available at any time for the little extra caring things that may require a helping hand. Holstein Senior Living, offering assisted and independent living options with.
And we're back here at the OABCIG field in Ida Grove. Falcons with a great game as they win 14-1, shortened by the score to just 4.5 innings, and they'll take a 10-run rule game after not getting the bats going until tonight, and going they did as Cooper DeJean gets 3 hits on 4 appearances, had 1 triple, 4 RBI total, scored 3 runs. Trust Wells was 4 for 4. All of them were singles. He had 3 RBI and 3 runs. Easton Harms was 4 for 4 as well. Coming into tonight, he had yet to get a hit. He goes 4 for 4. That's going to increase that average quite a bit. Gets a home run. It was a 2-run shot in the second. He also plated another RBI and scored 2 runs. Zach Heemer was 1 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Preston Gill had a single and a run scored. Cam Sharkey had a walk, a single, an RBI, and a run scored. Eric Siebenaller had a double. Trayton Kohler scored 2 runs, had a double and a walk, and Gabe Winterroad had a single and a run scored and another single as well. So he was 2 for 3 with 2 singles and 1 run scored. Pitching 4 solid innings was the starter for the Falcons. Zach Heemer gave up 1 in the first. I'm not sure if that was earned or not. The runner did advance because of a passed ball, but that was the only one that got home, as he gives up just that 1 run in 4 innings, was able to strike out 3. And then Cooper DeJean came in to get the closeout as he goes to face 3 batters. All were strikeouts, and the game ended. For the River Valley squad, they had 1 run scored. It was a single by Ethan Thomas. Got to second and ran over to third on a pass ball, then came home on a sacrifice fly by Austin Holtz. The only other hit in the game was a single by Sawyer Cockburn. So the Falcons will move to 3-3 on the year, and the River Valley squad will fall to 1-4. Want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Again, my name is Michael Earl. If you're listening tonight, send us a comment on my Facebook page. Just look me up, friend me, or just message me as well. You can also look our YouTube up if you're on that Fuller Digital Solutions channel. Make sure you subscribe to that, but comment down below. Tell us what you think of our broadcast. We're going to be doing another game on Monday. I believe it is a softball game, and Hannah Schmidt doesn't know, and neither do I, so I'm not going to say. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be baseball or softball. You are dialed in to 92.1 KCHE. Thank you so much for joining us on this production of Fuller Digital Solutions.